Oh, nice one, Mikey. You're, you just cut that cool little intro off by pressing the wrong button, and now you awkwardly got iRacing up in front. If you're watching that for the first time, don't worry, I'll play it again later. This is the Touring Car Championship. My name is Mikey, and we are here at Mount Panorama. You may have heard of it before. Bit of a staple for any iRacing leagues in Australia. Gotta do Bathurst. Let's bring back Night Ride FM. Thank you all for tuning in Sunday night. Wherever you may be, I'm sure you're experiencing some wild weather. It's still going on in Australia at the moment. But in iRacing land, it's 24 degrees, clear skies, and a 20-kilometre wind. So a bit of a breeze pushing around our Audi 90 GTOs. And this is the Aussie Hampton, Aussie 1000. And on track, the one like Tony Power getting behind us for this round. Just trying to find a bit of real estate in this qualifying session. In fact, he's coming to a stop there. So the Aussie Hampton, Aussie 1000. We're not doing a full 1000. Same format. So race 1, 12 laps, 74.55 kilometers. Mandatory pit stop required in that one. They don't have enough fuel in the tank to get to the end, so they'll be forced to box. And no need to take tyres in that one. We run a fixed tune, and that's done by the Ashley there for us. Here he is on track now. The Learjet. He is our current championship leader. We're on board for a lap. Let's do a lap of Bathurst. Let's just get the points off the screen. We'll come back to that. Here we go. Into cutting. Tight in here. Run it wide. Get in tight here. Ease onto the gas. Short shift. There's a little... There we go. There's a little jump there. Easy through here. Here we go. Dips it down and out to the grate. All the way out to the grate. Good place to get pissed there. Here we go. Over Brock's Skyline. Under the Coates Hire Bridge. How late on the brakes? It goes left, it goes right. Cycling down through the gears. Here's the dipper. Here's a... Oh, Henry Sanchez likes to scream. Thank you so much. And here we go down on the Forest Elbow. This will be a pretty awkward situation, lap 1. But here we go, boys and ladies. The fastest straight in Australian motorsport. 200 and something odd fucking kilometres an hour down here. Get over the top. Watch out for the roos on the right. Watch out for the piss cunts on the left. And tip it through this little kink of shame here. How late on the brakes? About that late on the brakes.
Cheers, mate.
Brady McHugh gets a little bit wide. He takes a little travel through McLaughlin Way. Oh, and he's going to almost balk Ashley Lair on his lap. And heading down into the final corner here. This is Murray's. Turn left to start another lap. Turn right to go back to the town and get on the piss if you have a shit one. That's a lap of Bathurst here with the Touring Car Championship. Round 5 at Mount Panorama Circuit. Aussie Hampton 1000. And the Learjet, our championship leader, 1,440 points for that boy. Currently leading the Alpha Racing Team car, Ryan Howe, by... he's only a couple of hundred points up the front. You get about 300 points for a win in these races, so it's definitely all on up the pointy end. And we have a bunch of new drivers with us today as well. And you'll see them on screen. They'll have a little W next to them. We're going to call them wildcards. Some of them might stick around. Kai Ardley in pit lane, he's parked it. Brady McHugh's in pit lane, he's parked it. John Merritt, he's up the front, a 201.6. That is absolutely flying. 3/10 ahead of his one of his main protagonists, Ashley Lair. One of our new drivers here on track. We've got 4 Chill Out Motorsport cars with us this evening. So some of my mates come to join us, and we're bringing a big chill out party. All right, let's check out the chat. We've got 37 people watching. Are you fucking kidding me? Where did you all come from? Throw a comment in. Let me know where you're watching from. We've got Marie from Germany. We've got Mark all the way from England. G'day, mate. Loving all the racing. Good on you. Thanks for tuning in. 40 people tuned in. How we going? Mate, is it because it's Bathurst? What's going on? Welcome. This is the Car Touring Car Championship. We are in qualifying at the moment. And we're just looking here at one of the KFM Alpha Racing Team cars. Oh, spanks the apex there. That's Chris Noble. Brad Knockolds. Go Jordan, Rob and Daniel. And Matty English as well, Mr. Brett Knockolds. We've got 4 of the Chill Out cars. Chris Lee watching from Brisbane. Thanks for tuning in, Chris Lee. Hope you're going well up there with the storms. We know a lot of people around Australia are struggling with that one. Zoe Jade likes to stream. I want to change that animation. I used to have something really cool pop up, and now it's just, I don't know. The dinosaur's fine. Let's go with that. I think my little subscription ran out, so I don't have my super cool 80s one anymore. Drop Bear Motorsports in the background there, running the blue livery now. Daniel Yaman, and he's brought his teammate along from Drop Bear. Lane Cam. Drew Griffins up towards cutting. If you're watching and you've been to Bathurst before, you may have seen me around. They come under the Fujitsu man, he's pointing the way. That's Silman Park, you can find me up there holding a can of $10 VB. Get him well on it. Yeah, Brett Knockolds, I'm doing really well, thanks mate. How are you doing? And Chris Lee, hey, no worries man. I'm liking that you're liking the stream. We've got Night Ride FM in the background. That's a 24/7 radio station that joins us. Sort of, you know, got that 80 retro wave kind of vibe. Suits the Thrill House vibe a lot. If you're new to watching Thrill House, this is the Car Touring Car Championship. This is a fixed series. Fixed setup. One make. Short, sharp races. Sprint racing. We do a championship mode directly after this. That's what they're qualifying for right now. And we're just checking Ashley Laird. He's just set a purple sector. He's on a quick one now. Might have, yeah. Goes a 203, so he's had an issue there. Noble at the top now with a 201.557. That's a mega time. If you check the VRS time for this week's Camel GT officials, their time's in the 202s. So, just an idea. Oh no, and we've got one of the new guys in the Chill Out Motorsports car. He has found the wall in a big way.
Sorry.
Mr. Mitchell gets on the radio and apologizes for that one. So, it sounds like he's collected someone. Welcome to Thrill House, Aiden Mitchell. He's going to tow back, and that'll be the end of qualifying for him.
Yep.
Barnsey towing as well. So, it sounds like Barnsey assumes the position.
Yep. All good. Just around the car next to back up.
Poor Chris Barnes rocks up every Sunday and gets into the wars with us. We're just checking out Chris Noble now, our current pole setter. He had a couple of rough rounds to start off with, and man, he's got mega pace. He's recently moved to Tasmania, and there will never not be a round where I mention him growing web feet. And I reckon those little flippers are kicking like crazy at the moment. 39 people still tuned in. Thank you so much. It's pretty humbling, to be honest. It's pretty cool. You can see on the screen there, you've got the little R next to Lanks, and you've got the little W next to Medicine there. So R just signals that they're a rookie, and W just signifies that they're a wild card. So we put it out to the community. Hey, do you want to come race with us? Oh, and that's qualifying done. Look at that. Guys will start to grid up now. Goes to the back for some reason. Give Night Ride a little bit of a bump up. 50 people tuned in. Let's go chill out, boys. Fred Knockouts on YouTube. Thank you to everyone tuned in via Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We are Through House Arcade. This is the TAR Touring Car Championship. You're listening to Night Ride FM, and here is our grid for the first race of this evening. It's the Alpha Racing Team entry of Chris Noble. Gets himself on pole with a... Fuck, that's a good lap. 201.5. Insane. He beats the one like John Merritt, who's going to be alongside him into turn 1. Row 2, the Learjet, and the second of the Alpha Racing Team cars, Mr. Ryan Howe. He's fresh out of a drive in an S5000 car. We're going to see him on the grid hopefully soon at the Grand Prix and one of those things with Gary Rogers Motorsport. Row 3, Scotty Reed and Matty English. Matty English, that is a mega qualifying time from him. Sammy Collins and Molecule Australia entry with Ron Bowden. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. There's Chris Barnes and Jordan Knockouts. Aidan Gregory in the General Performance Racing entry gets himself in P11 alongside Nick Lancaster. Let's head over the page. Adrian Loretti, Mika Bradley, Russell Puckeridge, Robert Medson, Matthew Harriet, Stephen Black, Jasmine Beach, Brady McHugh all the way down. He's got a lot of work to do, and he is super speedy, so just watch out for that boy. Darren DeLuca, Kai Ardley, wow, way down as well. Let's get them grid off, as we're racing for race 1 here at Mount Panorama Circuit for the Aussie 1000, and it is Chris Noble who leads John Merritt into turn 1. There's driver in the back. There's a car in pit lane. Are you kidding? There's a mega accident in the back. And oh boy, who have we got? Caldraft and Schooner in the wars again. Matthew Harriet in the wars, and we've got a car parked in pit lane, and that looks like Brady McHugh. Oh dear, that's huge. But we're away up the front, and Merritt's got by Noble. The Learjet's tucked in behind as we head through cutting for the first time. The Pulsar Chuka Toyota entry. John Merritt. They call him Hot Lap. There's a reason why. This guy's got mega speed. And Noble, he's just going to want to tuck in and follow this man. We're underway. We've got 2 races this evening. This is championship mode. Snuck up on us there. We were doing a little bit of a grid call out, and we didn't see the lights come up when he plunged down into the dipper for the first time. Beautiful shots. Behind the trees they go. And into Forest Elbow. Line astern. Merritt, Noble, Learjet, Howe, Reed, Collins, English, and Knockles. You check on the left-hand side there, your movers and shakers. We've got a few people up positions. Aaron DeLuca is up 6 spots already.
Oh my gosh. Good. I got it. Oh, beautiful.
"32 people tuned in. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're about to start lap 2 of championship mode. John Merritt leading Noble. We had a mega incident at the start that saw a car fly off into pit lane. Oh, Ryan Howe right out sideways. That won't faze him at all though. Racing team entry, and oh no, we've got a Chill Out Motorsports car around, and that's English. All that hard work from his qualifying undone. And he's gonna reverse out on track there in the background. We'll low-key just ignore that. Merritt, leading Noble. Mandatory pit stop required for this one. Will the fuel save be on? Will anyone be clutch coasting? This front pack is gapped away. 3 seconds from Collins back to Knockles in the general position, P7. What a start. Super clean start up the front. Unfortunate accident at the back, but it looked like only 2 or 3 cars got involved in that one. No safety truck required. And we're racing. Mac has finally made it as well, and that was his voice coming over before, joining the Discord. Fashionably late as always. John Merritt, the rookie. Car 7. Lunging down into the dipper. Oh, look how much Noble ranges up through the dipper there. Oh, no. And Matty English is involved in another incident. And there is Mr. Tony Power, the Aussie Hampton car sponsoring this event. Oh, how's the rejoin? Kai sneaks through. Bit awkward, but they got it done. John Merritt's got a little bit of a witness mark there on the front of his car. So did he bump Noble on the way through? That's interesting. Through the chase. And he's stretched that gap out to about half a second now, as they all start to settle into a rhythm. It'll be interesting to see what they do with fuel strategy here. The pack is very spread out now after a few incidents, so you don't want to be boxing too early for the undercut. You'll find yourself back out in traffic. As you can see, one of the Simic Motorsport cars here rejoining in front of all the leaders. That will be Matthew Harriet, back down in 25th spot. And just rolling out of it so everybody can get by. So, unfortunate for him to get caught up in an accident early, but he's taken his mandatory pit stop. He's taken his fast repair. He's fueled to the end. And I think much like Shane Van Gisbergen today, he'll be praying for a safety car to get himself back on the lead lap. We are on lap 3 of 12. It's the one like John Merritt out in front leading Chris Noble. And then Chris Noble's teammate Ryan Howe has found his way past the Learjet. Oh, and he's right out sideways in the background. How did he recover that one? Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. That is insane. That is the most insane car control I have seen. And we've seen a lot from him. But that's insane. You don't get that sideways around the top of the mountain and look and get away with it. That's incredible. And all that hard work getting past the Learjet has been undone. And they've lost a bit of time to Merritt and Noble now because of it. What does he do? He's got pace. Is he going to try and get back by the Learjet, or will he try for an undercut? You can check the margins on the left-hand side. It's already 46 seconds back to Gregory in 20th spot. So these guys are spread out a little bit from a few little hiccups and dramas, trying to find themselves a little bit of a rhythm. It's the Learjet, Howe, Scotty Reed and Collins. The usual suspects. These guys have got a firm grasp on this Audi 90 GTO. All-wheel drive, 5-cylinder turbo. Absolute weapon of a car to drive, but it takes a lot of patience. We're on flame cam with the Alpha car. Chris Noble, he's got by Merritt. He's by Merritt. It's done. Back out in the lead, Chris Noble. On lap 4 of 12. We're a third of the way through this one. Thank you so much for tuning in. 25 people viewing. Taylor Blackman in YouTube. Go Geordie, go Dan, go Rob. Chill Out Motorsports. Got a huge contingency in chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know where you're watching, as we've got... Here we go. We've got people boxing already. That is Zach Mitchell. Welcome to Thrill House, Zach Mitchell. And his teammate, Daniel Yearman as well. Looks like the team strategy is playing out here. Let's stick together. Gillette car takes the fast repair. Kai Ardley making his way up the field. He's up 6 spots. And Aidan Gregory in the general performance racing car. He's down 6 spots. He had a little bit of a moment at the start of the race. But I tell you what, he'll be doing well to stay with Kai Ardley here. Tuck in, follow that young legend, and you'll be in for a result. We're back up the front here. On flame cam. Down into Forest Elbow. Pulls it up beautifully.
In the dipper.
There's an incident at the dipper. Harriet jumping on the radio to let people know. And he gets himself running again. So that's really good, just to let them know. Brent Knockholds, Adelaide. We've got a big South Australian contingency here. All going for Jordan and the Chill Out boys. I'm a Chill Out Motorsports boy myself, but completely unbiased commentary from me here in the box. And my box is actually my sim rig, no longer sitting in my office. So detach the steering wheel and put a keyboard and mouse, and oh no, Noble gets all pear-shaped down to the final bend, and Merritt gets by quite easily there. And that's a shame for Noble. He's got Learjet all over the back of him. And Ryan Howe, just him watching brief there. There's a great battle up the front. Merritt, Noble, Learjet. You've got Reed and Collins, and then about 5 seconds back to Knockouts is hanging in there, but doesn't quite have the pace for the guys up front. What man? Thanks for the follow, brother. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Tar Touring Car Championship. My name is Mikey. Got another race after this one, which is a reverse top 10. We call that one arcade mode. These guys will just work themselves into a massive rhythm. All very similar in pace. All going for the championship. They're starting to put a gap on Reed and Collins now are in 5th and 6th. Into Forest Elbow. Anyone have a look? I think they're all just quite happy to be sitting where they are at the moment. Just trying to get to that midway point. See what everybody's strategy is. Is there any clutch coasting going? And here we go. Here's the spicy one up the mountain. Zach Mitchell and Cal Drafton Schooner. Zach Mitchell, one of our wildcard entries for Drop Bear Motorsport. And Daniel Yaman in 7th spot. That's his teammate. So really cool to have them both here. New colours for them. Daniel had a really great round with us. Round 1 at Daytona. Walked away with a P2 on debut. Rob Bowden down in 24th, not having a great run. So really interesting Bathurst. It's thrown up a bit of awkwardness. Oh, look at this spicy meatball. Brady, oh, and we've got a car around. And that was the Alpha Racing Team car of Micah Bradley. Just got on the loud pedal too early and loops it around and drops a bunch of spots. So he was in P10 when that happened.
Yeah, race control.
Blackie on the radio. Sounds like he's had a bit of a drama.
Had a boo-boo.
He's had a boo-boo.
Toe, but it ejected me straight back there. Got me, buddy. You're good, mate.
Oh, Blackie. MK532, get in there, Kai. Guy Ardley, where's he sitting at the moment? P14, up 8 spots. He's having a great run. Doesn't quite have the pace with the guys up front. Might have got a little bit balked in qualifying. But if he can get himself into the top 10, that'll bode well into the reverse top 10 arcade mode race where he can sort of try claim a few more points. Matty English, what could have been? Down in 21st spot. Had his best qualifying ever of the season. And unfortunately caught up in a few incidents. Merritt's found himself back out in the lead. After Noble sort of got a bit awkward out of Murray's. Down the fastest piece of road in Australian motorsport. Line astern. Pulsar Chuka Toyota car leads the Alpha Racing Team entry of Chris Noble. The Learjet, championship leader, season 1 champion, always there or thereabouts. Mr. Clean, Mr. Consistent. And Ryan Howe. Yes, what a move from the Learjet, makes a late decision. Ryan follows him in. And here we go, lap 7, pit stops are on. Let's get into it. Does anybody else go in with them? Check the pit times. Watch the Learjet and Howe, P6 and P7 at the moment. There we go, they're in their boxes. As we stay up the front here with John and Noble. Will they come in next lap? Learjet with a 9.5, Howe with a 10.6. So a much slower stop for Ryan Howe. But they are fueled to the finish now. And come out just in front of Medicine in P11. So that was a good little pit window there for the Learjet. Well played. And we just want to watch now to see if these guys come in next lap or whether they try punch on. yes, thank you for the comment and Twitch MK532. Kai was a casualty of the mountain in qualifying and had to be towed and couldn't get in a good lap. It happens. We saw them all come out all at once, and probably not the wisest thing to be battling with other cars when trying to qualify. But we didn't give them much time to get it done. So they had to take their opportunities when they could. Leader's just ranging up on Aaron DeLuca now. He's fallen well down the order into 22nd spot. Although... do they box? Noble boxes. Merritt stays out. So the first of the pitters is the Learjet and P9. Scotty Reed follows in Noble. Knock-ons is in as well. Collins stays out. Merritt stays out. Merritt does the fastest lap of the race, a 2:02. Almost a 2:02 flat, so he is not mucking around. I dare say this next lap will be an absolute blinder as well. Let's strap in. John Merritt's been set free out in the lead. Aaron's giving him a free kick and let him go by. And this guy, Mr. Hot Lap, doing it easy out in front at the moment. There's P2 at the moment. Collins yet to pit. Nick Lancaster makes his way up to P3. He's yet to pit as well. And then you can see there the laps that everybody pitted. Learjet lap 6, Noble lap 7, Howe lap 6. So Learjet gets by Noble, and Howe gets by Noble as well. So that the overcut hasn't worked for Chris. And the Learjet jumps the Alpha cars. And that was a mega pit stop from him. Gained an extra second in pit lane. His pit crew were at it. And that's helped him out on track. Good pit stop from Scotty Reed as well. He's managed to get himself ranged back onto this battle pack. So we'll keep an eye on Merritt now, because he's going to need a... It looks like the overcut hasn't really worked at the moment. But we do know Merritt's out doing purple sectors at the moment, so it's going to be very interesting to see where he pops out. And Sammy Collins as well. They'll only have sort of another lap or so. There won't be too much juice in the tank. I do believe it's about 9.45 laps they can get, so... Yes, it needed to be this one. And I think you'll see Collins come in as well. Yep, that's it. That was the last lap to get it done. And here they go. Let's check these pit times. And Noble had a 9.4. Still managed to get jumped by Learjet and Howe. Lancaster boxes. There comes the Learjet. Merritt's in his pit bay now. Oh no, and Aiden Gregory's looped it at Forest Elbow. He did get on the radio to let people know. And 8.4 seconds for Merritt in pit lane. 7.8 for Collins. Amazingly quick times. And look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. So Merritt gets out in front. We knew that was going to happen. He was absolutely flying. But look at this. Collins has got himself back into the fight. In fact, he's alongside the Alpha Racing Team car. Cuts off the nose as they head into Griffins. Wow. So the pit stops checked everybody up. They're fueled to the end. 3 laps. Merritt right out in front doing it easy. He's got 1.7 on Learjet. Then it's the 2 Alpha Racing Team cars, Howe and Noble. Collins is in it. Reed's in it as well. And then it's 10 seconds back to knock-on. So the top 6 have absolutely checked out. And it's going to be hard to beat this man from here. Merritt, he's been given a decent amount of gap there. Ignore the timing. Ignore the timing right now. It's currently saying that Merritt's 28 seconds ahead, but he's not. Good on you, SDK. There he goes. Resets. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Tart Touring Car Championship. Race 1 of the evening. And this is championship mode. Full points on offer. Mandatory pit stop. Everybody's taken that. We're fueled to the end. 3 laps. Strap in. John Merritt. Pulsar Chuka Toyota leading the way. They head down Conrod straight. Check the speed there with gears and shit. Almost 280 kilometers an hour from these cars. Lee Helm on Facebook. Merritt's killing it. He is. Oh, we've got a blown engine right now. Oh no. Game over for Ryan Howe. That car's doing 0 kilometers an hour.
Race control gun, sorry.
Oh, he has got to be absolutely slaughtered with that one. Unbelievable. He was in the mix. He was on for a podium. And he has been absolutely ragging that car, trying to stay with them. And on lap 10, that bulletproof engine becomes not so bulletproof, and Ryan Howe just learned a lesson. A valuable one. So it's Merritt out in front, doing a massive job. Learjet, championship leader. He'll be happy with this one. Just needs to make sure he keeps those two behind him. So the top 6 positions are filled by our top 6 championship teams. There's Kai Ardley up 15 positions into P7. Are you kidding?
Race control, neither toe.
Oh no, Mr. Tony Power. It's all over for the Aussie Hampton car and the Aussie 1000. Really unfortunate there, and retires with 2 laps to go. So the rate of attrition's quite high here. But there have been some monumental drives. Daniel Yearman up 15 spots into P12. Ardley, he's doing a ripper job. He won't catch knockouts before the end. He's gone up about as far as he can, but that's huge. There we go. About to start lap 11. Sammy Collins gets himself up into P4. He's up 3 spots from his qualifying position. Mr. Consistent, Sammy Collins. Cleanest driver in the league by far, statistically. We'll bring up some of those stats at the end of the season. We have a thrillies night. We might have something planned around the F1 GP. We'll see what happens. It may involve alcohol. You might see a nipple. We'll see what happens. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We've got 2 laps to go. This is race 1. We'll take a small break, and then we'll come back for arcade mode. Reverse top 10. Short, sweet 40-kilometer sprint race to see out the evening. We also ask if you're tuning in to vote for the drive of the day. Molecule Australia sponsoring our series, and $50 goes to the driver that's voted the drive of the day. So after each race, a little QR code will pop up for you to place a vote. Scan the code or go to the link and place your vote. Checking in with the Learjet. That gap's gone out to about 2.5 seconds now. I think Learjet's just gonna say, you know what, John, you can have this one, mate. I'm gonna take P2. I'm gonna extend my lead in the championship. And that'll be enough for me. So here's something that you probably wouldn't expect to see in a race in the Touring Car Championship. Merritt about to put a lap on Brady McHugh, who's in 20th spot after a massive shunt at the start. That crash will remind me. We've got to talk to race control about that at the start. There was a car that jumped the fence and made pit lane. That's huge. Here we go, final lap of the race. John Merritt.
Thanks, Brady.
Witness it. Putting a lap on Brady McHugh. Unbelievable. Brady plays great sportsmanship from Brady. Always great sportsmanship from Brady. He's a hard, fair racer. And rallies the troops and chat. He's a good man. Gets out of the way of the leaders so they can battle to the end. This is the final lap of championship mode. We're checking in on Scotty Reed there. He's done a mega job to hold on to these guys up the front. He's holding down P5 and a good amount of points. Satellite Racing will come away with a solid amount of points here. On board, flame cam as we head up the mountain. Check the grate. Oh, there it is. I think I spat in that once. Oh, look at all using all the track. Not holding back on the last lap at all. Flames popping as we head down the dipper. Through the S's. Pops out the other side. Down in the Forest Elbow. What a drive this has been. He popped out the fastest lap of the race exactly when he needed to do it. In a battle with Noble. He had a ripper of a pit stop. The Learjet was looking like he won't be able to hang with him. The overcut didn't look like it was going to work. Merritt proved that wrong by bashing out some mega laps and a super rapid pit stop. The Pulsar Chuka Toyota pit crew did a mega job. And he did miss a couple of rounds due to prior commitments. But he's back. And it's the one like John Merritt who takes out race 1 of this evening. And round 5 of the TART Touring Car Championship. The Aussie Hampton, Aussie 1000. Goes to John Merritt. He gets it sideways. Doesn't quite do a ride out. He finds the wall. It's the Learjet who'll come home in P2. Chris Noble brings it home P3. Sammy Collins in P4. Scotty Reed. Oh no, is that Kai Ardley? Oh, he's going to lose it before the line. Barnes gets through to take the Jandal position. Barnesy takes the Jandal position again. I found my boy. I found my boy. And poor Ardley gets it loose at the end. Comes home P8 though. That's a mega drive from him up 14 spots. Micah Bradley recovers P9. Huge drive. Top 10 for Yeaman up 17 spots. That's the biggest gain in positions. Loretti gets himself an 11th spot as well. Mr. Lancaster, the privateer in the Ribena entry. Haven't seen much of you this race. Comes home P12. Well done, son. And Aidan Gregory on debut in the Jandal Performance Racing car. That thing is almost out of fuel. He's going to limp it home. Matty English gets home. P14. Rob Bowden down in P15. Wow. They're still coming through. Zach Mitchell. Jasmine Beach, P17. That's a great run for Jasmine. Kept it clean. That's the tidiest looking car I've seen on track. Brett Knockold's. Is that Brett Knockold's dad watching on YouTube? Huge drive for Knockold's P6. That'll be his best one for the season so far. And Noble.
Pressing a new engine and gearbox.
Everybody going for the jump. That's race 1, run and done.
Rest was fun, that race again.
I second that request.
Race control, you got me.
Yep.
Hey boys, how we doing?
I think it's just me. They've all gone off for a pee break.
Oh, no. I couldn't hear.
G'day, Peter Kelly, how are you?
Hello, I turned you down. Hang on.
You're all right, mate. You don't need to turn me down. Oh, no, you do, actually, because you guys are in the same Discord as me.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to look at this thing on. Oh, it's gone. On the start of the race, we had a car getting sent into orbit. So
Yeah, I wanted to come talk about that. That was crazy.
yeah,
just watching it now. There's some pretty some nasty stuff going on there.
Wow.
Poor buggers.
What happened? Did someone stall on the start?
No, there's a missed gear. I think into second into third gear from someone, and then
Mick Bradley just got caught up and just pile drived into someone, and then there was just cars everywhere. And unfortunately, gravity just seemed to disappear from planet Earth for a second, and he ended up yeeting his way to pit lane.
Mega.
And we're still trying to sort out what happened from there.
No worries. Well, guys, I just wanted to say good evening. We've got race 1 under our belts, so we'll take a small break and we'll reverse the top 10.
It's going to be insane. Reverse top 10 here. Look out, lap 1.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. How heartbreaking is it for Ryan Howe blowing an engine?
Well, you shouldn't downshift so aggressively going into Murray's, I think. He just needs to learn a lesson there and swallow his medicine, and he'll chin up.
Yep, I agree with that one. All right, guys, I'll leave you to it, and we'll chat later on.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Race control there. Just going to let them get back to it so they can debunk a bunch of stuff there. John Merritt.
Hey, Mikey.
Well done, mate. Got yourself a race win there. That was a bloody good little battle that you had going, and nice to see, 5 or 6 cars absolutely break away.
Yeah, mate, the pace was hot for those first few laps, and I was just a little worried about my fuel number if I sat out in the front there.
Yeah, no, I've seen you in a few other races doing a bit of a clutch coast and sort of, when you were running with Brady, and in this one it looked like a little bit more full beans because of the pace.
Yeah, it was early, and then probably 3 or 4 laps before the pit stop, I realised to get the extra lap, so I tried to get in behind Chris, and he had a little moment at Murray's corner, I think, and
yeah.
So I reluctantly took back up the lead and just sort of clutched up to turn 2 and into the chase, and
yeah,
no, it was good. It was good. I was still very light on the last lap, hence I was trying to clutch across Skyline and then missed my gear change over the top. Had a little moment, which wasn't very nice, but it all ended well.
Yeah, it sure did. No, you showed some mega pace. I was worried about the overcut there, but your pit stop was just insane. You got that stop right on a dime.
Yeah, it didn't run long, or it was. And look, I think I took a little less fuel than the other guys, hence I was light, or maybe I was half a second quicker or something in the stop as well. So I'm not sure what happened to Chris, because I thought I did think we'd be pretty close when I re-exited.
I think he had an issue because his pit stop was a 7.5, so that was the fastest of the round. So,
Okay.
Yeah, very, 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 very quick from him, but he might have had an issue there. We'll check back with him later on. But, mate, yeah, welcome back to the championship. Welcome back to P1, and reverse top 10 this time, so you're not off the back.
Yeah, no, it'll be still be a bit exciting. Just got to watch that opening lap around here, especially in the Audis. They tend to push the front a bit.
Yeah, they do. It takes a couple of laps to come up, and by the time they come up, the race will be over. So it's going to be a sketchy one for sure. And before I let you go, was it a bit of a surreal moment watching Mr. Brady McHugh pull over and let you by, putting a lap on Brady?
Yeah, I just heard what happened to him, poor guy. I think there was a little bit, someone missed the start a little bit, and he paid the price, which is a shame. I'm sure he would have been in the battle.
Yeah, it would have been.
It probably cut up the pack a bit, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but knowing him, he won't go down without a fight. So
And he'll be swinging in race 2, I think.
For sure. We'll leave you back, get you back to it, John. All the best for race 2.
Thanks, Mikey. Cheers.
John Merritt, what a legend. Race 1 winner. Welcome back to the Car Touring Car Championship. My name is Mikey. You're listening to Night Ride FM. Sounds like Night Ride FM's trying to take us home. Unhook our brass strap. Onto our titties. Thanks so much to Z and Night Ride FM for providing the music for our category and for what we do on Sunday nights. And we just got the results from race 1 up on screen. We're about 20 seconds away from race 2 arcade mode. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Mikey. This is the Tar Touring Car Championship arcade mode. Reverse top 10, 40 kilometers, 7 laps, short, sharp, and sweet. Zoe J, 5th, not bad, good choice. Zoe, did your boy propose to you? Are you engaged? Are you gonna become Mrs. Zoe Reed? Did I see that correctly on Facebook? Let me know. 20 people tuned in still. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've got you on multi-stream chat, so if you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, drop a comment, say g'day. Let us know what you've been up to this weekend. How are you surviving the weather? I'm just hanging out here. Beautiful Emerald Forest with my little puppy Bobby. She's beside me at the moment, bringing me all the toys from her toy box. There we go. One light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Race 2 is underway, the reverse top 10, and it's Nick Lancaster from Micah Bradley. Watch this race, it's going to be spicy. That isn't Nick Lancaster, by the way. Let me get that right. Let me get some things up on the board. We're going racing. We've got incidents already. We got an Alpha car. Oh, that is ordinary. That's super ordinary.
Safety car, balls and flag, safety car, balls and flag.
We have a safety car.
Can I get a phone, please? Take race control.
Wow. So that kicked off very quickly.
Yep, clear to toe.
God, I hadn't even caught up. Oh, Zoe, congratulations. Wow.
Just a reminder, no overtake. Continue at pace until you pick up the safety car on Mountain Straight.
I was playing with buttons. I was getting myself ready. We went green. And it all kicked off at turn 1. Unbelievable. We had an amazing race too. No need for a safety truck. Here we go, racing to the flag. No overtaking, at pace. Must catch up to the safety truck. So it's a long way around to the safety truck on this track. There's no way for us to do it quickly. But check that. Get the timing tower up. Hadley and P2 up 1 spot. Reed goes up 3
Pit lane
positions.
is open. If you need to repair, you can come in before catching the safety car. Safety car is at the end of the pit lane.
All right. The Tart safety truck returns. We missed him last week. He was out racing his Formula V. Mr. Lee Partridge. Oh, and we've got incidents under safety truck as well. How's the rejoin? That's unfortunate. Nick Lancaster. And here we go. Big burnouts up the hill. He's back. Mr. NPC auto speed. And he's got Daniel Yaman, who I mistaken for Nick Lancaster at the start. It's a new livery. So the Drop Bear Motorsport car got himself into the top 10, reverse top 10 for race 2. And then it's the 2 satellite cars. They found themselves up the front already. So Barnsley's gone down 5 spots. Lancaster down 11. That's unfortunate for him. Ryan Howe boxes, takes his fast repair. He's going to chase up to the pack, so he's not sure what happened there, but he had a few cars involved in that one. My little puppy wants a cuddle. Give me a second. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Tart Touring Car Championship. We are currently under safety truck for a lap 1 incident at turn 1. Somebody send a message to these boys. You can't win it on the first lap. Or can you? If it's a reverse top 10 and you start on pole and you call yourself a safety truck and it goes for the full duration of the race, maybe you can win it on lap 1. Thank you for tuning in. My puppy's sniffing the microphone. She wants to touch you. She wants to know you. Drop a comment. Send some love for Bobby. Micah Bradley, Mr. Two Words. Takes a break away from Gran Turismo 7. Become play a real simulator. Robert Medson.
Come on,
Flat
Fabian.
Systems. All right.
Still tough.
Yeah, I forgot that. Debris. I don't know where the Debris is. Maintain 90 k's an hour.
This legend's going on. Lee Partridge, NPC Autos Speed, leading the way in the kart safety truck. Looks good. It's a good looking safety truck, if I do say so myself. I love it.
Safety car pulling away, leader maintain 80 kilometers an hour.
Well, that's Daniel Yaman from Drop Bear Motorsports who will lead them away.
From the exit of the final corner.
Dick Brady McHugh up 7 spots. Watch out for him. Cal Draft and Schooner up 7. There we go. Satellite Racing 2 and 3. When does he go? He goes at the exit of turn of the final bend. And we're racing. 4 laps to go. Yaman leads Ardley, Reed, Knockolds, Collins, Noble gets under car. Collins has had a drama. Collins is around. And is that Merritt as well? Merritt as well.
Copy, John. All good.
And he toes. So it's all over for Merritt. And this reverse top 10 has been spicy already. But Yemen out in front, half a second. Ardley, Reed, Knockolds, Noble, the Learjet. He's up 3 spots. Barnsley he's back in the jandal position. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So it's a bit messy at the start, but they've finally got themselves into a rhythm now. We're a green flag racing after a safety truck restart. And no stranger to the front of...
Crash.
We got Harriet calling out a crash. Down in the back, he's in 17th. And we got Schooner on his roof.
Yeah, requesting silent on the roof.
Oh no!
Go. All good.
There's a big stack and another chill out car. Nice to dust as well.
Wait.
Alright, check the gears and shit as we head down Conrod Straight. Hardly, he's looking racy now. He's gained that time back in and he's right on the back of Yemen. He's going to go for a move through the chase. 280 kilometers an hour. Who's late on the brakes? Oh, Reed sideways in the background. And the satellite car's gone. He's going to keep his foot up it and go through McLaughlin Way. How's the rejoin? Is it Garth Tander-esque? He gets it going again. Light and Scotty slides back onto the track. Yaman maintains the position out in lead. So he fed Kai the inside, which became the outside, and it didn't quite work for him. Hardly runs the fastest lap of the race, which isn't a quick lap, 2:03.7, so we don't have the sort of speed that we had in race 1. But there's some gaps forming. 3 laps to go. Yaman leading the way, and he's doing a good job. Here goes Ardley showing the nose again. Does he get far enough up? He does. And that is, he gets by this time. And Kai Ardley gets himself into the lead of the race. Good job. Now Yaman's just going to want to tuck in. Follow the kid across the mountain. And see if he can return serve out of Forest Elbow. These two are starting to skip away now after Reed sort of took the long way. That's your husband, Zoe. Future husband. Clyde and Scotty. 50% bitumen, 50% dirt. He wouldn't have it any other way. So the Learjet, he's ranging up on the back of Knockouts. He's having another great run. P6 in race 1. And currently sitting in P4 behind Noble. Ryan Howe up 8 spots in P14. Harriet up 10 spots in P15. But we've got a few movers and shakers. Brady McHugh up 13 spots into P7. He's flying. Here comes the Learjet. He's all over the back of the Chill Out Motorsports entry. What's Knockouts do? Knockouts stays wide. Learjet doesn't have the run. And situation sort of resumes. Yaman staying with Kai. So it's not over up the front yet as we start lap 5. There we go, a 202. Oh, 202.2 from Noble. So he's flying in P3. And we've got a little bit of a shuffle in the mid-pack. We check in with Aaron DeLuca, currently sitting in the top 10. He's up 8 spots. Didn't quite have the run in race 1 that he was hoping for. And here we go. The Learjet, he got a really, really good run out of Hal Corner. He's going to bomb it into Griffins. Gets it done. Knockouts gives him the room. You go through, son. I'm fine. This is a great round for the Learjet so far. He will he'll be looking at extending that lead even more in this race. 20 people tuned in. Thank you so much. This is arcade mode. Last race of the evening. 2.5 laps to go. There's Jasmine Beach. She's doing a mega job. Tony Power, Aussie Hampton Racing. This is the Aussie 1000, sponsored by Aussie Hampton and Tony Power. Good to have you with us, brother. Holding down a P20 at the moment, doing a ripper job. My puppy's getting a little bit restless, so I'll just put it down. There you go, puppy. I gave her a good cuddle for you, Zoe. Here we go. Down Conrad straight. Let's check the speed. Looks like Merritt is back on track. Okay. That's interesting. I thought he towed. That's okay. Mr. Ashley Lair, P4, chasing down Noble now. Looks like Ardley's put a second on Yaman. Noble, 1.5 back now. So Kai doing it out in front, doing a mega job. But this ain't over. Lap 6 of 7. And this battle pack is actually starting to all check up. Oh no, Blackie. He's found the sand. He's found McLaughlin Way. Gets back on track and away he goes. There's a ripper battle up the front. He's 16 years old. From Victoria. King go-karter. Did a bit of racing in the XLs as well. And bit of work experience for Melbourne Performance Centre as well. Very knowledgeable kid, knows a lot about race cars, racecraft, and at such a young age. It's very impressive. Good to see him out in front. This is a challenging car, and these are some of the best in the business at driving this car. So to get a win in the Touring Car Championship like this, it's no easy feat. Russell Puckeridge, we're checking back in the B Energy entry, sitting in 21st, chasing down Tony Power. So they found a little battle at the back end of the race. Beautiful car, two beautiful liveries. Kai doing a little bit of weaving, trying to shake the toe. Yemen's starting to range up. That's come down to 3/10 now. Noble ranging up as well. Down through the chase. Big check up. Oh, and Yemen gets into the back of him and spins Kai. Oh no, and that unhooks Noble. Wow. Oh my god. So that was a big check up. Mirror boxes. And oh, what happens here? Oh, Kai, thought better of it, That's an unfortunate accident. Yemen, oh, that's side by side, and Kai feeds him. Oh dear, and that's unfortunate. And the miss has descended on Kai again.
If you wouldn't mind looking at that race control, please. Car 85 at the first corner.
Oh dear. Anyway, last lap, the Learjet got by. No, he got by Noble. So something happened to Noble as well. He's got witness marks. That puts Knockholds up into P2. Wow. So it all teed off at the chase. Kai was slow on exit. Daniel, I'll let race control unpack that one. Sounds like he's very unhappy on the radio as well. It's not something that we like to do, but it's been done. And look at this. Back out in front again. A P2 in race 1. And he's going to just cruise this one home. That all just played into his hands. Unbelievable. Up 8 spots. The Learjet comes down into Forest Elbow for the last time. And Jordan Knockholds doing a mega job. Noble loses another spot, so I think Noble's got damage. Brady McHugh's up 15 spots into P5. Into P4, so Noble does have damage. He's dropping down the order. Bit slower from Learjet that time, only 260 Ks into the chase. He's going to head down into Murray's for the last time. He was the championship leader going into this round. He extends that lead even more. The Learjet sideways and arcade mode. Race 2 goes to the Learjet. Mega drive from Jordan Knockholds in race to take P2. Kai Ardley, he takes P3 and parks it on the side of the road. P4 for Brady McHugh, up 16 spots. That's a massive drive. Rob Bowden finally gets himself a bag of points into P5. It's Noble, he finally limps it home in P6. Matty English comes home in the Jandal position. Wow, what an end to that race. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Oh man, so much to unpack there. And we're gonna do that. Oh, that is huge. Wow. Thank you for tuning in to the Touring Car Championship. My name is Mikey. That's race 2, run and done. see if we can get some post-race interviews happening. See if a couple of them want to come in to chat. Let's go in and chat to race control though. Let's unmute these legends. We've got James Shepherd, Lee Partridge.
We are in deep review of some incidents in that sprint race, which we'll follow up after this. But yeah, she was pretty wild, that one.
She was very wild. She was very, very wild. A few incidents there and some championship-changing incidents. So, yeah, a lot to unpack, boys.
Yep. Look, I think a lot of it was unfortunate too. Unfortunately, Sammy Collins tried to hold on to it through turn 1 and just didn't hold the brakes and actually come back in front of Merritt, of all people, race 1 winner. So that took that out, which I don't think there was any malice there, but just a bit of an unfortunate incident, which is a bit of a shame for the boys. But yeah, they were racing hard.
Yeah, no, it was on. We kind of knew this would happen. Bathurst is just one of those places where, you know, they just want to get it done. Everyone's got something to prove at Bathurst.
Guzman's car is spotless 2 races in a row. I'm looking at her now on broadcast. Her car doesn't have a mark on it. How?
She's super clean.
She's paying the bills.
She's super clean.
Good on
You
her.
tell she's a mum, right?
Yeah.
Parks it up nice and clean.
Mega job. I'll leave you guys just to unpack all that. I'm going to go talk to the podium people and the people who did well. We'll talk to you soon.
Cheers, mate.
Gotcha.
Yeah, drive through. Yeah.
There, Jet.
Mikey.
Now, what a mega round for you, mate. P2 and a race win in arcade mode as well. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, can't really complain too much with that. That's sort of what I want to be able to do. Good for the points.
Yeah, no, well done, mate. And that incident on the penultimate lap, that really played into your hands. That was basically a win on a platter.
Oh, that's exactly right. It couldn't have actually worked out any better. I just sat there and they all crashed and I drove through. That was pretty easy, to be honest.
I mean, there was mega pace up the front. Were you just going to be quite happy where you were, or were you going to keep pushing forward?
I was quite happy just sort of sitting where I was, to be honest, just see what happened up front. If I finished 4th, that was fine. I'm sort of just trying to get the points through. I'm not too bothered.
No, there was a mega run from you, man. Some great pace, great strategy, very smart racing, and I dare say coming out of this one, you're gonna be hard to beat from here.
Oh, that's the plan. Hopefully we're pretty hard to beat. And obviously John's really quick, but he had a bit of bad luck in that second race too.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sammy Collins, unlike him, to get sort of crossed up, but I think he was getting a bit hungry for some for a win in this series, and just unfortunate to get collected there. So
Sure, I've got to get wide on the AstroTurf, I think.
that's it. No, so race control, we're deep in that one. It sounds like a few things teed off towards the end there. So yeah, they won't have it easy tonight. And my homie Jordan Knockholes, I finally get to have a yarn with you on stream. P2.
I know, yeah, that was a bit of a surprise, that's for sure.
Mate, you had a P6 in race 1, and then you've converted with a podium in race 2. Good amount of points, get your championship back on track.
That's it, hopefully that'll get us up the order a little bit.
Yeah.
Had a bit of bad luck, so should be good.
And you brought along a couple of mates as well who are going to run the Chill Out Motorsports entry. How did they go this evening?
I think they were struggling to get used to it. It's their first sort of dip into a league setting, so you know, learning the ropes and everything, but I think they had fun and got a couple of reasonable results for a couple of newbies.
Yeah, awesome. No, so stoked to have them join us, and stoked for you to, you know, be out there inviting people along as well. So that's really awesome. Congratulations, mate. You did Chill Out Motorsports proud. Some completely unbiased, you know, moments from me in the comms box.
That's it. No, it was good fun, and it's good to get it on the podium.
That's it. And we finally get to talk to this guy, Mr. Brady McHugh.
What's up, Mikey? How are you, bro?
I'm doing really well, man. You fucking killed it. That was a great run through the field.
Yeah, got lucky there, as Ash said there at the end, with a few incidents up ahead. But yeah, I had a bit of a shocking night to start, mate. So happy to get back to 4th there, and just having a quick look at the replay. There could be some could be some penalties handed out. So see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be spicy. I'm looking at the time now, 9:12. I'm staring over at my bed now, going, I probably won't see you for about 2-3 hours.
Yeah, I'd settle in for a bit of a review there, mate, for sure.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good fun. But we know that these guys like to race hard, and you know, they always come back each week because, you know, we try to keep it a casual vibe. But you know, there's a lot on offer here, so you know, shit's gonna happen.
100%, man. And the field is, you know, that top half of the field is mega quick. So I stuffed up my quali and didn't get a lap in, which just puts you on the back foot for the whole night. And unfortunately, I didn't have a good race one. But yeah, happy to get some points back in that second race. And yeah, props to Ash for a good setup with the car. It was mega fun around there, and banging out 201s is pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, when we saw the VRS tune setup was doing 202s, and then we jumped into the first practice session and we were doing 201s, it was like, Jesus. Like, it's fully on in this series. And yeah, full credit to you, Ash. These setups are absolutely bang on.
It's good to hear. At least most people seem to enjoy them. That's the main thing.
A little bit more rear bias wouldn't go astray.
We could more drive to the rear. That'll make it a bit more exciting.
Yeah, I reckon. Get a bit of drift nationals going on. I think it's going to be hard pressed to pick a drive of the day for me, so we'll get everybody tuned in to do that. I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for jumping in to say good day, and we'll see you next round at the Gold Coast. Not Gold Coast. I keep thinking it's the Gold Coast. What is it? I wish it was Long Beach. How good it would be if it was the Gold Coast. Catch you later, guys.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so it's time to vote for the drive of the day. Brought to you by Molecule Australia. We'll get the link up on screen. There it is. Get your phone out, scan the code, go vote for the drive of the day. For the races and everything, we've got a Discord link there. You can go vote for that. And yeah, really hard to pick a drive of the day for that one. I don't know, like Ryan Howe was doing really well. He was right out sideways, but he blew an engine, so that kind of rode him out of it. I mean, hard to go past the Learjet. P2 and a P1. Brady McHugh, I mean, that was just mega from him, you know. Kai was doing well. There were a couple incidents at the end there that might unhook him. Let me know what you think, guys. This has been round 5 of the Tart Touring Car Championship. This is our second season back. We used to kick around on Gran Turismo a few years ago, and then we discovered iRacing and this amazing community. This has been the Aussie Hampton Aussie 1000. We've brought a few people over from our PlayStation days, and we are so stoked to be back. Thank you so much for choosing in. Brewer74 drops in. Great racing, guys. Yeah, that was an awesome round. It was a spicy round, and we might have to sign this one off now because I think I've got a bit of work to do with those incidents. This has been Thrill House Arcade Tart Touring Car Championship round 5. My name is Mikey. We will see you next week for not the Gold Coast round. It's going to be the Long Beach round, the 800 Consulting Long Beach 600. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night.